It's your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, and I'm back with another episode of Hood Tales. In this video, let's take it to Dallas, Texas, to discuss the case of a therapist who couldn't get over her ex, and one day she took it too far. But before we get into this video, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss another upload. Stay tuned until the end to hear the full story. Everything in this video is alleged. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. If you looked at her profile on paper, you'd see a dedicated professional. Rashonda Lowe, a licensed clinical social worker and psychotherapist practicing out of Irving, Texas. She specialized in helping people navigate through anger management, depression, stress, family conflicts, codependency, and delicate relationship issues. Clients who sat across from her often described her as a bright light, someone filled with positive influences who helped them process their deepest struggles. But behind that professional facade, a dark obsession was brewing that would eventually shatter multiple lives. Her story took a dramatic turn when she met Jaime Alejandro Rokkett. Rashonda and Jaime started seeing each other. You could say that Rashonda was quite smitten with Jaime. To truly understand the gravity of this situation, you have to know who Jaime was. Born in Panama City in March 1972, Jaime came into the world wired for sound and overflowing with ambition. Raised by his mother and stepfather, who adopted Jaime, and his brother, giving Jaime the cherished nickname Shep, Jaime grew into a legend in his community. Though he attended the University of Texas at Arlington, Jaime's true classroom was the music scene. He transformed his passion into iconic businesses, starting with the legendary music store Eargasm, which evolved into Experience Music. His shops became cultural hubs across Texas and Oklahoma, bringing massive artists like J. Cole, Wiz Khalifa, and Lil Boosie through the doors. Later, he launched a custom clothing line called FTC, and his newest venture, a shop called Cookies and Smoothies, at the shops at RedBird in Dallas. Beyond being a serial entrepreneur, Jaime was a devoted family man. He was a father of 3 and a grandfather. He was also a diehard Kansas City Chiefs and Dallas Mavericks fan, and a mentor to countless young people in Dallas. He was a cornerstone of his neighborhood, constantly organizing back-to-school drives, community fundraisers, and youth outreach initiatives. Eventually, Jaime and Rashonda's romantic relationship came to an end. It's not clear how long the relationship lasted before Jaime moved forward with his life, finding true partnership in Samantha, the love of his life. The two got engaged in late 2018 and officially tied the knot on August 31st, 2019, with Jaime fully stepping into his truth and reimagining his legacy. However, Rashonda simply could not let go of what they once had. What followed was a years-long pattern of intense harassment. Samantha first learned of Rashonda's presence when Rashonda messaged her on Facebook claiming she and Jaime had been together since 2018. Over time, that contact escalated into relentless, unwanted phone calls, video calls, and unannounced visits to the couple's home, all captured on their doorbell camera. The digital footprint revealed a deep, unresolved fixation. Text messages from Rashonda to Jaime showed her struggling with the breakup, with one message reading, "It seems like we don't want the same things in the relationship." Another message sent months before the final incident stated, "I am seriously considering a civil suit for the last 7 years of psychological afflictions." Despite both parties deleting message logs over time, the relentless contact grew increasingly aggressive. Samantha ended up filing at least 4 formal reports with authorities dating back to September 2022, detailing explicit threats, including calls where Rashonda warned, "I know where you live. I see you change your license plate." A protective restraining order was even put in place to keep Rashonda away. Then came the afternoon of July 1st, 2025. Around 2:35 p.m., surveillance cameras captured 43-year-old Rashonda pulling up to the shops at RedBird in a white SUV, wearing a white shirt and baby blue shorts, carrying a black purse. Despite an active restraining order, Rashonda walked right up to Cookies and Smoothies where Jaime was working. For nearly an hour, the two stood inside the shop engaged in a conversation. Witnesses in the mall noted that the exchange eventually turned into a heated argument. At one point, Rashonda briefly walked out to her vehicle for about 30 seconds before returning inside to resume talking with Jaime. Moments later, the situation reached a tragic point of no return. Surveillance footage captured Rashonda pulling a handgun from her purse. She discharged the weapon multiple times from just a few feet away. In a terrifying surge of aggression, she then jumped over the counter and unleashed several more rounds at close range, hitting Jaime in the head, chest, and legs. Afterward, Rashonda left the weapon resting right on the counter and scaled back over the counter. A witness outside saw her running and crying, even asking if she was okay, before she got into her white SUV and sped away from the scene. 53-year-old Jaime Rocket tragically did not survive the incident. Following the event, Rashonda drove to the Arlington Police Department to turn herself in. She informed officers that she had just been involved in a domestic situation with her ex, used a hand gesture to indicate what she had done, and admitted to leaving the weapon behind. She was subsequently transferred to the Dallas Police Department, where she formally declined an interview and requested legal counsel. She was booked into the Dallas County Jail, with her bond later set at $1 million. Back in Dallas, the community was devastated. Friends, mentees, and local activists gathered to mourn the loss of a man who had dedicated his life to uplifting everyone around him. Over the following year, the legal process moved forward. In August 2026, the trial officially began in a Dallas County courtroom. On the very first day, when asked by the judge how she pleaded, Rashonda stunned everyone by entering an open guilty plea.
How do you plead? Guilty. Okay, all right, thank you.
This shifted the trial entirely to the punishment phase, where a jury was tasked with deciding her fate. During the proceedings, prosecutors presented emotional surveillance footage and call records. Samantha took the stand, bravely describing the years of relentless harassment her family endured and the painful moment her brother broke the heartbreaking news to her about Jaime. The defense attempted to argue that Rashonda acted under sudden passion, a legal standard that could have reduced her sentence to between 2 and 20 years. However, after evaluating all the evidence, the jury firmly rejected that argument. On August 14, 2026, Rashonda Lowe was sentenced to life in prison at the TDJC Correctional Institution in Huntsville, Texas, with parole eligibility set after 30 years. My deepest condolences and well wishes go out to Jaime's wife, children, family, and the entire Dallas community. Jaime was a true builder of culture, a devoted father, and a pillar of strength whose legacy of love and positivity will continue to inspire those he touched. When you step back and examine this case, it leaves you with a lot of heavy questions. It is profoundly chilling to think that someone whose daily profession was guiding others through emotional regulation, relationship boundaries, and coping mechanisms was completely unable to apply those exact same tools to her own life. How does someone trained to help others navigate heartbreak and anger fall so deeply into obsession? Does it show us that professional knowledge means nothing if a person refuses to accept reality? Respectfully, though, do you think there was a possibility that there was more to Rashonda's and Jaime's relationship over the years? Or was Rashonda just delusional, obsessed, and couldn't let go? Jaime seemed like a great guy, and maybe Rashonda hoped it would have been her that he married, and if she couldn't have him, no one could. This is truly a sad situation. There's just some people in life you wish you never come in contact with. Again, may Jaime continue to rest in peace. Fam, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this case down in the comments below. All right, fam, that's it for this episode of Hood Tales. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video informative and believe these stories matter, please consider liking this video so more people can see it. Subscribe for more stories like this that deserve to be heard. And most importantly, take care of yourself and those around you. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times. Until next time.